Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela. Today is July 5th, 2025. I survived the holiday. Barely. It was a very low-key holiday, actually, this year for us. So, we had, just a few little fireworks, and then we went to bed. We came home from my mother-in-law's and watched the neighbors shoot the rest of their stuff off, and then went to sleep. I'm at the end of my coffee here for the day. Maybe. We'll see. It's iced coffee the ice is melted. I'm here to do my favorite video that I always do every single month. This is the decks I got in June of 2025. Got a couple books also. So we're going to start with those. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 decks, 2 books. So let's get into it. So the first, actually I grabbed this book because my favorite deck is the Lightseers. My only gripe with not actually being on the tarot scene when I wasn't into tarot when the Lightseers first came out on Kickstarter, the original indie deck. And I've been kicking myself this whole time because you can't find it. My main thing was wanting the book that came with it, and then she came out with this book this past year. I haven't dove into it yet, but I will. It's so cool looking. But everybody's seen this or got this or something. I haven't read it yet, haven't looked at it yet, but it's coming. But now I feel like I haven't really missed out on the indie, knowing now that I have this book that came, that possibly is the same book that came with it. This is a hardback book. It's by Hay House, right? Yeah, it's a Hay House book. And I can't wait to dive into it because, Lightseers is my favorite deck. Also, I purchased, she's on another channel, Soul Care Intuitive. She is a medium. It is Melinda Grubbs, Mediumship is Easy. I already read this book. I read it just because I was curious, because I know her story that she's told on her channel of how she got into mediumship. She wasn't born into it. She worked hard and developed her craft, whatever you want to call it. And I've always had some kind of niggling thing happening to me, whether it be a subtle thing or a dream, one way, shape, or form. There's always been a part of me that's been awake, if that makes sense, psychically. I am too a medium, but I'm like the reluctant medium, and I feel like if I ever do make it a business, that will be my name, because I'm forever fighting it. And so I always feel like I'm going 2 steps forward and 4 steps back. 2 steps forward, 4 steps back. So I felt like if I read her book, that would give me some more insight, but it really didn't. It actually gave me, this book is great for anybody first starting out in mediumship. Because I went through all the things she went through. And I still go through and struggle through. So this was a great read. It's great for anybody starting mediumship. But I think I moved past where she talks about in the book. So I was just curious what she had to say in there, and the things she went over was pretty cool. So that was the 2 books I got in the month of June. Like I said, I already read the second one. Did a little highlighting in there. I might go back to some of those things, but it was really good. So now we're into the decks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 decks I got in the month of June. A couple of them are cheap. So let's get started. So the first deck I got was the Faded, A Pocket Love Oracle by Athena Noctue. She did the Unfolding Path Tarot. I've always wanted this. I want all 3 of the little decks, but I can't. There's only like 8 or 9 cards, so it's hard. Love that. It's hard for my brain to, and it comes with a little pamphlet too that talks about the cards. So, and then this is the inside of the top. It's hard to decide to purchase these when there's so few. However, for some reason, when this, and it's a nice mat too. Who's the publisher? Hay House. Of course it is. Love the matte cardstock on it, and it looks like it's reversible. But this is adorable, and I don't know why I'm drawn to the Love Oracle, because I don't do love readings or none of that crap. And I say crap not to offend anybody, but I'm just not into the whole love readings and stuff like that. So, but I do, for some reason, I was drawn to this deck, and I think it's, again, more about self-love and self-care than relationships. So, although this red flag is cool. And so I just think it's a cool deck, and there's only like 9 cards. I think it's cool. And I probably will get the other 2 that's out they're on Amazon. This was like $12. Maybe $8 for this one. No, this is the newest one, I think. So this was, I think, 12. But I think the other 2 that's on there are like $8 or $9. But yeah, that's the first deck I purchased. Second deck is the Primordial Tarot by Sergio Tapia. This is a Love Scarabeo deck. I did not know this deck existed. Kind of find out this is like the 3rd printing of this deck. The first one is completely out of print, and it was completely different. And I'm like, what? I never seen this. And every now and then, because I love Love Scarabeo decks, this is the backs. Comes with the typical 6-language book. Backs again. And this is the thicker cardstock and nudity warning. Okay, it's got nudity. It's got the thicker cardstock that always comes in their 2-part boxes. That is not the matte, it's the shiny. So like the oh my god. It's the deck of skeletons. It's I'm picturing it, I can't remember the Santa Marta Tarot. It's the same cardstock as that. But every now and then I run across a Low Scarabeo deck that I have no idea existed, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, I need it in my life, because I need all things Low Scarabeo for some reason. I haven't, in the last year and a half, noticed I haven't purchased a whole lot of their stuff, but I have tons of their decks. I probably have more Low Scarabeo decks than any other publisher. Just because I think they're cool. I think they're out there. They go their own way most of the time, and that's what I loved about them. They're not your typical standard within the box RWS, and that's why I like them. And I just think this is really cool, and I have worked with it a little bit, but I think this is a darker month deck, like more late fall, early winter. So we will be saving this for that time of year. And part of it is because I do all my shadow work in that time of year. Just naturally happens that way. I don't plan it. And I think this is gearing me up to do that maybe a little bit early, because I've gotten a lot of shadow decks here lately. So that was deck 2. Deck 3 is Friends Playing Cards. I already have one set. I didn't notice this set before. It's like $6. And there's the backs. And then it's got different things on the... it's really cool because there's like keywords and stuff on certain ones. I just think it was really cute. It's not... I love that. It's not like the other Friends Playing deck I have. That one's actually just images from the show. This is actually items that make you think of the show, but it also can make you think of, why is this foosball table here? Like, what is that? Like, are we playing games? And this being the Ace of Hearts would be the Ace of Cups in tarot. So you can derive a lot of meaning from this one, I think, more so than my other one. And I just thought that was cool. And I have to have all things Friends anyway. It's my #1 favorite show ever. I have all the DVDs. I have all the outtakes. I have all the books. I have everything that you can possibly imagine Friends. So I was not getting that deck. Anyway, and it was only like $6. So deck 4, the Magic Makers Tarot by Paulina Faye, this is a U.S. Games deck. I like it's got a little, it's compact size. It's got the little slight arch here so you can, and it's got the lavender on the inside that's so gorgeous. So gorgeous. So you can open the box easy. It's got a cute little book that comes with. It's got, I think it's Hush, the size of the Hush Tarot. Because it's not your typical card size. It is their softer matte cardstock, like the her Spirit Song Tarot. It's that cardstock. But it is a little smaller and wider than your typical tarot size. But I think this is stunning. I was like, I have the Joie de Vivre, I have the Spirit Song, and I'm like, do I need another one of her decks? They all seem to be alike, but the Magic Makers just kept calling me, and I'm like, okay. And then I got it, and I'm like, OMG. It does have a totally different feel to me than the other two. The Joie de Vivre is like my sun card, like the sunny deck. This one is more very early spring. Like there's still snow on the ground, but there's shoots coming through the ground. And it's so sweet and quiet. And unlike my Joie de Vivre that just smacks you in the face and like, I'm here, screaming on fire. This one is very much more quiet. It's much more, I would say this is a cross between the Spirit Song and the Joie de Vivre. It's got a little quietness. There is a little fiery in it, but not enough to offset the beauty and the quietness. And I love that. I just think it's a gorgeous deck. And I think she's my exception to getting pastel-y, girly, what people would deem girly colors, because I don't have a lot of really soft pastel sweet cards, and I think she's my exception to that, because yeah, I have a few of her decks now. I have 3. Well, that's not a few, but I have 3. It's more than 2. Next, we got the Urban Tarot. This is by U.S. Games also, I think. Right? Yeah. This is an older deck. It's been out forever, I think. It's very tall. We're going from a smaller tarot size, but wider than the typical tarot, to this deck that is super tall. It's tarot with size, but it's too tall. Too tall. It's very tall. But I've had this deck on my wish list for I've gone back and forth. And then I said, you know what, just buy it. It was $16 on Amazon. And it was just like, and it is a Thoth-based deck. And for some reason, there's a few decks that I have that are Thoth-based decks that I am attracted to. And for some reason, they are the best mediumship decks I have. And this is up there with that. It's right up there. Right up there. It's very much a mediumship deck for me. I had a person come through the cards that I was shocked that came through. I wasn't even trying to do a mediumship reading, and I'm like, I feel like somebody's coming through the cards. And then when I asked and started shifting into like a mediumship reading, it uncovered a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm like, oh. So this deck forced its way into being like, look, this is what I'm for. This is what you are going to use me for. And I was just like blown away by this deck. Yeah. It's gorgeous. And I've seen this card. And I've done a video where I think I did the walkthrough of this, and I said it felt like the colder deck that's out there. It's the Fountain Tarot that this deck reminds me of. I don't know why. I don't have the Fountain Tarot. I have no interest in getting the Fountain Tarot, but this reminds me, it feels like this scratches that itch for that deck specifically. I just found that interesting. So for those of you that have watched my previous channel and asked, because even when people have asked, what deck was it? I'm like, I still don't remember. I just remembered it's the Fountain Tarot that I was thinking of when I did the walkthrough of this. But I think this is a really cool deck. again, it's blown me away. Blown me away. And, yeah, that is the Urban Tarot. Cheap, but powerful, I would say. And again, and it's funny because I have an original Thoth deck that a friend of mine gave me. I don't like it. I've never used it. But the other decks that I have that are Thoth based I use them almost exclusively for mediumship readings, which is weird. Next we have the Hexen Tarot. I got this on Amazon, but I'm pretty sure it is an indie deck. It was $47. It is huge cards. Now there's another one coming out, and I'm like, what? Yeah, it's tall, bigger. It's taller and wider than the deck I just showed you. But I just did a mediumship reading with this deck, but I think this is really freaking cool deck, and anything that's different, I'm here for it. Anything that's different, I'm here for. Anything. There's a lot of writing, a lot of words, but it's very intuitive also to me. I just think it's cool. I think this is a very political deck, which I don't have any decks for that, which is probably the reason why I wanted to do a World Event spread with it. I actually think that's the card I pulled. No, maybe not. I don't know. All I know is this deck is crazy. It comes with a little pamphlet, not a book. I don't care for that, despite I just spent like $47 on it. I would assume I would have got a book, but I didn't. 3 decks left. Next we have, and this has been on my wish list for a long time too, it is the Cosmic Visions Oracle. This is the 10 version. This 10 version, because it is an indie deck, is $25 on Amazon. You can get the full size too, but I'm like, I don't know if I'll like it. So I got the 10 size. The 10 size is actually like a decent size. Oh my God. A really decent size. So I don't feel the need to buy the full size. It does come with, and that's like felt inside the box. That's cool. It comes with a little pamphlet, so I don't feel the need to get the big one with the book and everything, because it gives you keywords and all the cards in here. It's got this gorgeous gilding. There's the box, and all the cards go like together. The only thing I wish is that the keywords were on the card, because it looks like it's a tarot. Because it says like 8 of Embers, so this will be the 8 of Wands, but it's an oracle card. But it does give you, for every one of them in here, the keywords for it. So I just wish they would have them worked into the art. But it's James R. Eads. His stuff is stunning, no matter what. And now I want to get his Green Glyphs Oracle. It looks stunning as well. But this one is gorgeous, and I loved it. It's been on my wish list for a long time. I don't really care for any of his other ones. This one is the one I wanted, and now the Green Glyphs one is the other one I want. But I finally bit the bullet, got this deck, have not regretted it. It's stunning, gorgeous. 2 decks left. So this one I already have. This is the Revealing the Truth Oracle. I also have a deck called the, hold on a second, let me grab it. Okay, so I have the Truth Oracle. It has 54 cards. And then they redid it. So this is Revealing the Truth Oracle, and there's 78 cards in here. You can see it's much wider. The cardstock is also, to me, a little bit different, which I actually like, because the other one is a thick cardstock, and it's really hard to riffle shuffle. This one is so much thinner, and it's a nice matte, so it's way more shuffleable than the other deck is. Way easier to shuffle. Okay, and there's the backs of this one, and that's actually one of the cards in the deck. And then, yeah, I freaking love this deck. I probably retire the other one just because there's more cards in this one. If I'm going to reach for it, I'm going to reach for the one that has the most cards. And again, this is a deck I use for mediumship readings, for ancestor readings, for dream work, it is a workhorse type deck for me. I love it to pieces. I've talked about this card many times. When I got the other deck, the day I got the other deck, last October, I was going on a heart walk that morning. And actually, I got this deck the day before. And I said, you know what? I'm going to pull a card from here and find out what this deck wants me to know about this heart walk. And I pulled this card. It says, run away, get away, keep away, give up. And my husband was like, oh my God, it's telling you not to go on this heart walk. And I'm like, no, she's running toward the finish line. And also she's wearing red. And everything there was red because it's a heart walk. And so I went, we had a great time. We made a lot of connections with other people. It was a fantastic time. And, despite my husband saying, oh, that's a dark card. Let's not go. It was a great time, and I'm glad I did it. Now, would I go again? I don't know, because now other parts of me are saying, no, we can't walk. But it isn't because of my heart. So, yeah. But I loved this was an immediate connection with this deck because of this card. And I've done so much other things with it. I haven't done anything with this particular version. But I already still love it because it's the same deck, just more cards as the other one. So that's what we all dream of, right? A deck with more cards. And we got it with this deck. So that's that. That is the Revealing the Truth Oracle. And again, if you have this one or see this one, I don't even think you can see this one anymore. I think this completely replaced it. So I don't think this is even on Amazon anymore. But they are the same deck. This one's just more cards. And I know I've had somebody ask that question because somebody actually pointed this deck out to me. They're like, hey, there's one called the Revealing the Truth Oracle. Is that the same deck? I'm like, is it? And I had to buy it and double check. And it is the same deck. So, last deck. I got this on Amazon. It was like $12, $13. I don't know if it's AI. I don't know what. I was very drawn to it. But it's the Wonderland Tarot. It doesn't say who wrote anything about it. The back of it looks just like an Oracle deck I've got. Life Happens Oracle. That could be AI. We don't know. It doesn't have anything about the artist or anything on it. It's super cute though. Super cute. Look at the backs. Very beautiful. Yeah. It's so cute. I don't know what it is. It's super cute. Look, where's he at? The Emperor's the reason I bought this deck. It's so cute. It's so different. And again, I'm attracted to different things. And every now and then I'll buy a crazy deck like this and I'll be like, why? Why did you buy that? Eventually, there will be a reason. There's the Emperor. He's so crazy looking. I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's super cute. It probably is AI. I don't know. It's probably the same creator as the Oracle deck. I'll show you that. Hold on. Okay, so I bought this deck like a month ago, 2 months ago. It's the same exact back. This is the Oracle deck. But look at the backs. They are identical backs. And then there's the fronts. These are the backs. And these are the fronts. And they're all different. I'm pretty sure it goes with this deck. I haven't really used either deck. But I think they're cool. For some reason, they're super cool. And now there's a matching set. So, whoever created this probably did it as AI. I don't know. But I think they're both super cool. Super cute. And I like this, like, I don't know, 70s style back here. It's really cool. But that's all the decks I got in the month of June. If you have any questions, sorry about that. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good afternoon. Bye.